Yeah, you have to be fresh. I think the program is for so I think we're going to be doing it.
You're ready to go, huh? She did?
Hello, my name is Amy DiPlacido, and I'm here at the San Jose Museum of Quilts and Textiles with our director, Nancy Before. And we're here today to talk about Guns Loaded Conversation, an exhibit that's up through July 15th. We realized that the gun conversation in America is so complex. And so after the Pulse nightclub shooting in 2016, we decided to put together an exhibition, and we collaborated with SACWA, which is the Studio Art Quilt Associates, on this 30-plus person show. We also curated in 10 additional artists who work in quilts and cross-stitch and installation to have multiple mediums that reference textiles and guns. I'd like to introduce Nancy Before, who will be talking about our upcoming programs.
So we felt our duty as an art museum was to have an impact, a positive impact on the community. And when we started talking about what we might do in San Jose that would be positive, that would relate to this show, we came up with an initiative that we're calling Cash Plus Quilts for Guns. So we're doing two things. We're reaching out to the quilt making community, the national quilt making community, to send us comfort quilts, not quilts with guns on them, and cash if possible. We're also having a fundraiser to raise cash. We pledged $20,000 for the police department and police foundation gun buyback in December. So we're collaborating with the mayor's office, all 10 districts in the city, as well as the district attorney and the police foundation and police department for this Cash Plus Quilts for Guns.
You're ready to go,
All right, thank you all for coming to our Cash Plus Quilts for Guns initiative. I'm Nancy Bevore. I'm the director of the museum here, and we are going to have a short program, and then I think you were sort of forewarned, but this is actually a fundraiser, so if you need to leave, don't. Everyone is so fair warning. But it really gives me great pleasure to have partnered with a variety of agencies around the city, and I want to first introduce Cristina Ramos, who's the Chief of Staff from Councilmember Peralez's office, which is when we got this idea to do this initiative is where we started. So Cristina, I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you. Yeah, so Nancy, thank you so much for opening your doors here. I know the council member very much appreciates it. And everybody, I apologize that you get me and not the council member. He's stuck at a council meeting that's going to last probably to all hours of the night. But we definitely want to give Nancy and her board and the team a huge thank you because they have pledged to fundraise $20,000 for the gun buyback program. And so that's amazing work. And that's not easy, and that's due to everyone. We need everyone in order to help them do that. So please. And in order to kick that off, our office is going to be donating $1,000 to Nancy and her team to help with that fundraising effort. So please, so we know that gun violence continues to be an issue within our communities. Over 1,000 Americans are affected by this every year by gun violence, either through mass shootings, suicide, murders, assaults, you name it. Over 1,000 on a regular, 100,000 Americans are affected by gun violence. And in the United States, we fail in comparison to other countries in that our gun laws are not strong enough in order to protect our citizens. And we know that by having guns on the streets, they create a danger for not only us in our communities, but also for our police officers in uniform. And we want to be able to make sure that we make a difference in taking them off the street. So with that, Councilmember Perales has put forth different policies within the city of San Jose. So in 2016, he put forth the gun violence prevention ordinance. And then again in 2017, he put in a gun safety by asking for people to have lockboxes for their guns and provide lockbox storage. And so those are some of the things that the council member is doing in order to create these initiatives, including partnering with, our community in order to get more guns off the street. So he's excited for today because we want to be able to thank our San Jose Police Department and our foundation in order to continuing to do this gun buyback program, but it doesn't happen easily. And so we want to thank Lieutenant LeCap for all her work and making sure that this gun buyback program, it's a tongue twister. This gun buyback program does not go on without a hitch. And so with that, I look forward to working with every one of you, our office, and my council member. I live in his district, so I can say that as well. We look forward to making sure we get all these weapons off our street to keep our community safer. So with that, I want to introduce Christina LeCap.
Hello, my name is Christina LeCap. I am a lieutenant with the San Jose Police Department, and I am the person in charge of the gun buyback for this year. And our slated date is December 1st. A little history about the gun buyback. We're all familiar with the Sandy Hook in 2012. So in 2013, our police department, we had gun buybacks in years past. In 2013, we had a gun buyback, and it was very successful. And then they decided to do another one in 2014, and then decided that we were going to do one every other year. So we've done one in 2016, and then of course we're ramping up for the 2018. And that is tentatively scheduled for December 1st. It's going to be at our substation, and of course it's always subject to change, because one of the things that we had started this year on the gun buyback was typically we have some funds going towards the gun buyback. This year we started out with 0 funds towards the gun buyback, which was shocking. Some of you have that look on your face. Yes, it is shocking that we don't have funds to fund this. So this is where we'll talk with Kate, and she'll talk about our San Jose Police Foundation and how they raise money towards events for the police department. So this is one of the events that we were discussing with the foundation, and they agreed to take it on, and here we are today. So our gun buyback, as we said, is very difficult. It's a tongue twister. We looked at the planning, and when I met with everyone, I said, if you've been married, this is almost like planning a wedding. You got to have so many pieces to the puzzle, as well as you need to have people that are there to support you. You need money. You need the venue. So there was a lot of things that were going through my mind and thinking, gosh, this is like planning a wedding. I know I can do this. And so, of course, I picked out some very important people that are go-getters at our police department. It's a collaborative effort with the DA's office as well. So we have the DA's office also helping. And so it's been very powerful. It's been moving along very well. We are now, we would call it the fundraising stage, and Jane has been great. She's coming to our meetings. Kate will talk about the foundation on how we're doing that. And then we do have flyers that we will have available if you're interested in learning more information about the gun buyback, how it works. Basically, we have people turn in guns with no questions asked. They can drive up. It's done in a location that's extremely safe, so that way it's safety for everybody. That's our #1 priority, is the safety aspects of it. And they drive up, and we basically interview them as to how many guns they have, and then we equate the guns to money or a gift card. And in past, we've done the Target gift card. So there are flyers up here. It talks about it. It gives a date. Like I said, it's tentative. We're hoping that we can raise our funds before December 1st, and if we can, then we're going to try to push forward and move it forward. The last thing is what aspect of the gun buyback that's really important is that we also provide education. So we're also going to offer gun locks to those that are interested in a gun lock. Some people bring guns that may be inherited, or they may be guns that they no longer want. And so this is a perfect opportunity for any of the residents of San Jose, and we don't really even consider anybody just in San Jose. Whoever comes is more than welcome to come and turn in guns in exchange for cash. So we're really excited about it. We're moving forward, and I will be around. If you have any questions, please feel free to get a hold of me. And I'm going to pass it off to Todd Traer, who's my partner. His name is Lieutenant Todd Traer, and he'll talk a little bit about the gun buyback as well.
Thank you. stay up here if you want. Okay.
Since we are
So-
partners.
I used to do a lot of stage acting, so I know like there's the fourth wall, right? But I'll try not to break it, and I'll keep my space. I just want to thank all of you for being here. I can only imagine how much stuff is going on in everyone's lives. This gun buyback program is real. I can tell you, I've been a police officer here for 24 years, and there hasn't been a neighborhood in this city that hasn't been affected by guns. I can drive through any beat, any district in the city and tell you something that's happened just from my one experience in this police department. So we know that this is a big issue, and this is a chance for us. It's an opportunity for us to all do a little something to make a change. And you think about what one gun can do to change anyone's life in this room. And maybe it already has. Maybe that's why you're here. But that being said, I'm probably not supposed to ask questions, but if you could tell me, how do people get guns in this country? Raise your hand. Tell me, how do people get guns? It's a trick question. In the back.
Oh, that's a trick question. I don't know. Gun shows?
Gun show. So they'll purchase it at a gun show. There's one way. What else?
They steal them.
They steal them. Yes. You're taking the wind out of my sails already, but yes, they steal them. Yeah. So they can purchase them. They can steal them. What's the other way? Inherit. I think those are the three, unless I'm missing one. Those are the three ways I've thought of between my house and here that people can get guns, right? So what we're finding at Gun Buyback is this is an opportunity for people to turn in their guns. So very often, the ones that we've been part of, people show up with 5 guns in their car and they say, I inherited them from my grandfather. I have no place for these. And where do they usually go? Under a bed, in a closet. Yeah. They're not secure. And not because the people that own them are bad people. They just don't know how to take care of them because they didn't buy them to begin with, right? This is an opportunity in San Jose, the Bay Area, for people to come and turn in those guns. It's a lot of guns. Hundreds and hundreds of guns get turned into these things. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about all the work that Christina and everyone has done. But I would just want to remind you, the bigger picture of it all is that in this city, regularly, the cops, the officers pull over people and get guns every week. It's impressive. You don't hear a lot about it, but the chief does a lot to give accolades to the officers that do that, the men and women of the police department. They're doing it all the time. And I promise you, working midnights like I do, that it is real and it is out there and that they're working real hard for you and for everybody in this community. Thank you for being here. I'm going to pass the mic to Kate, who works for the Police Foundation. And again, thank you for your time.
Hi everybody, my name is Kate Levin and I am the Executive Director of the San Jose Police Foundation. Thank you to Nancy and your team and the artists for this beautiful exhibition and for raising awareness of our gun buyback event. For those of you who aren't aware of us, the San Jose Police Foundation was founded about 13 years ago by a group of concerned citizens, and our mission is to enhance public safety and to strengthen police-community relations. So we do a series of activities during the year. One of the things we are focused on this year is helping to support the department in planning and fundraising for this event. So as the police department, they don't have the ability to fundraise. We as a foundation are a nonprofit 501c3, so we can raise money for events like this one. I think the thing about this that's appealing to the foundation is that this is an opportunity to address an issue related to crime and suicide prevention. It's also a wonderful public-private partnership. So our goal is to raise $100,000 for this event. We hope to buy 600 guns, hundreds of guns, some number. And we're already 75% of the way to our goal. We have significant gifts that have come in from the Silicon Valley Community Foundation, from the District Attorney's Office, from individual donors in the community, from Assembly Member Ash Kalra, from Council Member Perales' office, thank you. And we are continuing our fundraising efforts, but with just $25,000 left toward our goal of $100,000. So we're excited to be there, and we need to put it over the top so that we can hold this event and have it be a big success. So I just ask, if you are interested in this issue, if you're interested in getting guns off of the street, preventing crime, preventing suicide, please consider making a contribution tonight. It will go directly to the gun buyback, and all gifts are tax deductible. Thank you.
actually, can you put that with Chris?
My name is Alan Hinman. I'm a survivor of gun violence. On July 1st, 1993, I was involved in the 101 California massacre. I'm one of the survivors, thank God. I speak all over the Bay Area and soon all over the country about gun violence. If you're a gun owner and you're a member of the NRA, please sell your gun and stop giving money to an organization that I consider a terrorist organization. Thank you.